How can you set up your own Google Calendar agent? Basically, our colleague Dataki at N8N has uploaded a typical Google Assistant for Google Calendar, right? To get it, we simply go to Templates, okay? Open the window in the bottom left and search for Google Calendar Assistant. We search and two options appear. I used Dataki's, but the other likely works well and seems to have email integration. So how does this calendar specific agent function? Well, it has a trigger that receives a message. For example, we might tell the AI agent, create an event called N8N workflow review for next Tuesday. This AI agent will take into account the current date when receiving a message, okay? Calendar AI agents often think it's 2023 or so, depending on the model, as some aren't updated, right? They use the 2023 database, unaware we're in 2025. So we provide this info and add the prompt. Yeah, we tell it, you're a Google Calendar Assistant. Your main goal is to help users manage their calendar using two tools, creating and analyzing event. Well, more analysis than deletion, okay? Always base your responses on the current date, as I mentioned, right? The data part. And it says general guidelines, okay? Which are the main rules. If the user's message is vague or a generic greeting, don't respond. Instead, directly explain your capability. I'm Calendar. I can help you with any event-related task. For event creation, I'll ask for date, time, and other relevant details. This applies to each response, right? So that's a brief overview of the prompt, okay? Let me show you. Now, it's much clearer. Do you see here? Request and start and end dates from the user. It extracts the date from the user, see? And various other required information. That's basically how it creates the event for us. This extracted info is then processed by the ChatGPT model. We can use other LLMs besides ChatGPT without any issue. It also utilizes long-term memory. Right now it's set to 5 messages in the short term. Memory isn't really important here. And it says so here, right? Memory is temporary. If you want to store conversations, we already have a way to do that. By saving info in drives, drive documents, and so on. It has 2 settings, one for each tool. One extracts Google Calendar info for a specific date. For example, it checks if you have a meeting on a certain day and tells you yes or no. The other section creates events for you. We could go into it, but it's pretty much the same as usual. It uses the variables we've already set up. It gives you a brief description. Well, that's good. And that's how we can create this very basic agent. If we want to level up, it's just a matter of integrating things.